Hello, my name is Abby, and welcome back to the Space Exploration Agency. The first module of the new Mun base is in space, but it's currently in an orbit around Kerbal, and so I need now to prepare the maneuver for the translunar injection. And yeah, this is the first thing I like to do today. I can set the moon as my target, and oh yeah, we do have an inclination of 1.3 degrees, so I think I should fix the inclination first in 13 minutes and 30 seconds. Maybe I will do the inclination change over here at the descending node in 30 minutes, because then I would have enough time to switch over to the Mun surveyor and to fly this probe to the next potential landing site in order to check this landing site and to see if this is maybe a little bit more flat than the first landing site I found in the one crater. And yeah, I think this sounds like a good idea, so I can now prepare the inclination change, 0.4, 0.3, 0.1, come on, okay, no inclination, this is good. It's a very short maneuver and it's coming up in 29 minutes and 46 seconds. Alright, so I can now focus the view on the moon and switch to the Mun surveyor, so I like to switch to it. And okay, here we are on the surface of the moon. I can close the service bay, and yeah, I think this is my prime landing site. I would really like to build the base down here on this crater, but I also found a very interesting landing site over here, because there are about no craters and it's really one of the maybe most flat areas on the moon. I'm not quite sure, and that's the reason why I like to fly it over there. And well, I don't want to check out the potential landing site over here where the lunar arc is, because yeah, if I like to build the Mun base in a crater, then I definitely like to build it in this crater. So okay, I need now to fly to the east and fly over here, because I think over here the potential landing site I saw from my orbit, and so I can switch on SAS and I need to fly to the 90 degree, or with a heading of 90 degrees. Okay, we have left the surface of the moon and now I can turn over and maybe throttle up a bit more. Alright, so how's this looking? Looking good, but I think I need to turn over a little bit more into a more southern direction. Alright, and yeah, I think I like to raise the apoapsis to around 10 kilometers or so. So, but yeah, it's looking good. It's looking really good what I'm doing. I am on a good track to get over there. So, 7 kilometers, 8, come on, 9, and 10. Okay, let's cut the engine, and I like now to set a maneuver node at the apoapsis. Okay, I like to increase a little bit my trajectory so that I can get over there. Okay, this is already looking good, and I like to change it a bit like so. Okay, then I'm flying directly above the potential target area. This is good. Yeah, this is looking good. This is really looking good. How we are doing on fuel? I have plenty of fuel left. That's good. That's really good, because I like to return the probe back to Kerbal, and it would be really sad if I run out of fuel during my quest for a good landing site. And okay, a couple of seconds left, so I can do a quick time warp. And okay, we are here, so I can now turn toward the maneuver node, and here we go. Time to execute this maneuver. Alright, and cut the engine. Very good. Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking really good. I will reach the target area in 3 minutes. Okay, it's a very short flight, And once I have reached the target area, I can start my descent again and hopefully land back on the surface of the moon to check out the next landing area. But yeah, I think this area over here is still my prime landing site. I just like to check out if this is not a little bit more flat or looks even better than this landing site in here. But yeah, I think I will build the base down here at this landing site. And yeah, okay. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. I can do a quick time warp to get closer to the potential construction site of my Mun base. Okay, 30 seconds. And now I am directly above it, so I can now turn toward the retrograde vector and I can kill all my lateral velocity. Alright, very good, very good. It's looking really, really flat and smooth down there. This is good, this is really good. Okay. Very good, very good. And stop the burn just a little bit. Okay, we are now going straight down. This is good, this is really good. And yeah, this landing site looks promising as well. This landing site looks really good, but yeah, it's not that interesting as the crater environment. I think the crater is still a little bit more interesting, but yeah, still I need to land down here. I still need to see if this is maybe a better suited building site for my new Mun base. And so, okay, I'm coming down. I think I can now start to reduce my descent rate. No shadow so far. Okay, there's my shadow, there's my shadow. I can throttle down a bit. Looking good, looking really good. Okay. Very good, very good. Great approach. Okay, now throttle up. Don't come to a hover, don't come to a hover. Okay, easy, easy. Very good, very good. Easy, easy. Now I'm coming to a hover, not good. Easy. And well done, well done. I'm back on the surface of the moon. And yeah, it's not that different to the other landing site. It's flat, but well, there are still some light slopes, and so yeah, I think I will stick with my idea to build the Mun base over here at this point. I think this is really the prime position for my new Mun base, and it's more interesting to have the Mun base inside the crater than having the Mun base out here, because yeah, there is nothing around, and so I think I should definitely build the thing inside the crater. And yeah, it was quite flat over there, so I think this is really the prime landing site. But I still like to do an analysis. Okay, over here we would have an ore abundance of 4.53%. That's more than inside the crater. I already checked this with my Mun reconnaissance probe, and yeah, I think if I build the Mun base inside the crater, I have to build a second mining outpost, because it wouldn't be so efficient to have the mining outpost inside the crater. But yeah, this is good. This is really good. So I checked out the next landing site, and now I like to return to... Can I select it from here? Wow, there are so many spacecraft. Mun base, switch to. Okay, yeah, that's the right spacecraft. Very good. 19 minutes to go. 19 minutes to go to the inclination change. Okay, I can do a quick time warp. We have enough solar arrays or solar panels, and they are all facing towards the sun. So the battery should be charged, and it's a huge battery, so I'm quite sure that we will not run out of electric charge while we are in the shadow of Kerbal. That's good. That's very good. Okay. Just a couple of minutes. 4, 3, 2, 1, and a couple of seconds. Alright, very good. So I can now turn toward the marker. Very good. Alright. Just a couple of seconds. I think it's a very, very short burn. Maybe 10 seconds before I will reach the maneuver node is the best moment to start with a burn. And 2, 1, and here we go. Yeah, it's a very, very short burn. That's fantastic. That's amazing. And cut the engine. Alright, good job. So how are we doing? Okay, no inclination. That's good. We have fixed the inclination. And a good position to do the burn could be maybe around here. So let me see. Yeah, that's almost spot on. 27 kilometers. Oh, that's perfect. That's amazing. Wow, this was exactly spot on. Alright, that's good. So, the translunar injection is coming up in 14 minutes. Alright. We can do another time warp, and we will fly directly across the area of Kerbal Space Center. That's cool. Down there's Kerbal Space Center. It's all the time amazing that we can even spot the runway and the large buildings. That's really fantastic. That's amazing. Okay, 10 minutes. I can speed things up a bit more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Easy. Okay. There's the moon. There's the moon. There's our target. Okay. 48 seconds. Yeah, I think I should start around 24 seconds then. And here we go. Here we go. Okay, this is looking good. This is really looking good. So, the first module of the new Mun base leaves Kerbal and heads for the moon. That's fantastic. That's amazing. I like it. I am so happy that I have finally started the... Well, I haven't really started the construction, but I started the preparation for my new Mun base. Oh, that's amazing. I can't wait for the moment that I land the first module on the surface of the moon and that I can begin the construction of the Mun base on the surface of the moon. So wow, this is really a great project, and we are nearly done with the burn. That's good. It's a little bit wobbly, and cut the engine. All right, so how are we doing? We are nearly there, just a little bit more. Okay, and cut the engine. Okay, 11 kilometers. That's good. That's really good. Okay, the first segment of the Mun base heads to the moon. That's amazing. That's fantastic. And yeah, I think I will now switch back to the moon and bring the Mun surveyor back into an orbit around the moon. Because yeah, as I said, I like to bring it back to Kerbal, and we managed to visit the potential landing sites, and we have chosen a landing site, so we have no longer a use for the Mun surveyor, and so the Mun surveyor can now return to Kerbal, and SAS is running. Alright, so here we go, here we go. Retract the landing struts and turn to the 90-degree marker, fly a heading of 90 degrees. Alright, that's good, so I can throttle up a bit more. Once again, I like to aim for a 10-kilometer apoapsis, and then I like to perform the orbit insertion burn at the apoapsis. And yeah, maybe I will do the flight back to Kerbal in the next episode or so. Okay, 5 kilometers by 10. 10 by 19. Okay, this is a bit much. 14 by 10. Okay, this is good. This is good. So we will reach the apoapsis in 1 minute. Mun's Midlands. Okay, down there are Mun's Midlands, and okay, there we can't see the name. This was cool. This was really cool. And yeah, from up here, the potential landing site looks really, really flat and smooth. But as we were on the surface of the moon at this landing site, we saw that, well, there are still some minor slopes. And in this case, I think I can stick with my idea of landing in my prime landing site inside the crater. I think this is really the best way to go. And I'm nearly there. I'm nearly at my apoapsis, and then I think we can see the lunar arc again. That's cool. That's amazing. We will have another flight, or our orbit will bring us directly next to the lunar arc again. That's cool. That's amazing. Okay, now it's time to insert the Mun surveyor back into an orbit around the moon. Very good, very good. And cut the engine. Well done, well done. So how are we doing? 9,900 meters by 11. Alright, that's good. So maybe a small burn. Okay, that's perfect. 12 by 10, so almost a circular orbit. That's cool. Okay. Now I like to see the lunar arc again. I like to see once more the lunar arc. Mun's east crater. And where is this interesting thing? There it is. There is the lunar arc. That's fantastic. That's really an interesting thing. But yeah, I think I like to stick with my idea of landing inside the crater of the Apollo 11 lunar landing. I think this was, well, this is really the best way to go because it's a historic place, and so I should definitely build my base down there to commemorate this important and great event. And wow, that's cool. Seeing this arc. It's so amazing. Good job, Mun surveyor. Really good job. Okay, the Mun surveyor is now in an orbit around the moon, and I think the Kerbal injection is somewhere around here. Yeah, this is looking good. 900 kilometers, 500 kilometers, 270. Okay, that's too much. Now we're colliding with Kerbal. 15, that's good. 71, 45, 33, bit more, 25. Okay, that's perfect. So the Kerbal injection is coming up in 28 minutes, and so in the meantime, I like to return to the Space Center because I'm always talking about well, I like to land the modules of the Mun base on the surface of the moon, but so far I haven't built a lander, and now I like to start creating the first well, design of the lander, and I like to use this remote guidance unit, and of course we need fuel. So I think at first I like to use this small fuel tank, and of course we need then a docking port where we can, well, it's a utility, all right, to grab the modules. Okay, I think I can. No, I don't want to save it. I just want to merge. I like to grab the Mun base. Yeah, let's use the habitat module, and I like to merge it. Alright, okay. I can't dock it to the thing. That's weird. There is no way to dock it to. Okay. to the spacecraft. That's interesting. But yeah, I can leave it there to get a general idea about the size of a module. Okay, I need now to come up with a way how I can land the module. So if I do something like this, and I would have some space to the module. I'm currently thinking about using those FLT 800 fuel tanks. So if I attach them here to the side, maybe like so, then there would be enough clearance to the module, and that the module is not damaged by the exhaust of the engines. I like to use the LV909. I hope it's powerful enough to land the module and the lander. If I do something like this, then it should work. At first I was considering using the atomic rocket motor, but on the one hand it's really large and it's very heavy. Each rocket engine has a mass of 3 tons, whereas the LV909 has only a mass of 0.5 tons, so of 500 kilograms. And so I think it would be much more efficient to use those engines. Okay, then of course I would need to connect the center fuel tank with some fuel lines to those fuel tanks. And yeah, I could use the landing struts of the modules for the landing. I don't think that I really need designated... Yeah, I don't think that I really need landing struts on the lander itself. The idea would be to land with the landing struts of the module, and after landing to decouple the lander and fly away with the lander. And well, my biggest concern is that once I fly away, the exhaust of the rocket engines will damage the module, but I think with this with those girders there is enough space. I think it should work like so. Yeah, I think this could be working. This looks not that bad. Then of course we need some additional features. We need... We need electricity. Well, I don't want to... Well, it's pretty light, only 200 kilograms, but those smaller battery packs are more useful, I think. How to do this at best? And then I need... So I think we definitely need some solar panels. Where are the smaller ones? No, not you. Over here, okay. Maybe I will have some of those on here, or I will go for the bigger ones. I'm not quite sure. I haven't decided yet what kind of solar panels I like to use, so I will use them just as a placeholder. I like to have some of those. And then, as I said, I need batteries, so maybe 2 of those batteries. No, I want to have only 2 of them. So maybe here. And I think I need some RCS. What kind of RCS? This amount, 60 units, 150 units. How much RCS do I need? Well, I can bring some additional RCS fuel or monopropellant with me once I fly out the next module to the moon, so maybe those smaller fuel tanks will get the job done. Yeah, this could be okay. Then we need, of course... Alright, we definitely need something like this advanced reaction wheel to control the huge mass. And we need the RCS thrusters. Okay, do we need something else? Maybe an additional docking port on top of it? I like to cover it with this structural thing, and I like to have this down here as well to make it look nice. Yeah, I think I will add an additional docking port to the top of that spacecraft. Okay, maybe like so. Maybe this is a good way to land the modules on the surface of the moon. This could be really a good idea. Now, I like to use those things up here to give it a clean shape. Yeah, maybe this is a good way to land those modules on the surface of the moon. I have RCS, or I have LCS thrusters, I have some monopropellant tanks, I have a lot of liquid fuel, I have a docking port in the center. The engines are hopefully not too close to the payload, though that the module itself should not be damaged by the exhaust of the rocket engines. I think this is looking good. I think this is really looking good. And I hope this lander will get the job done. But, well, there's a lot of fuel in here. Can I also... Well, I need to do some calculations, because the other idea would be to use those smaller fuel tanks instead of the large ones. Maybe I can use those... Oh, they're called FLT 400 fuel tanks instead of the larger ones. I think I need to do some calculations that I will not, well, that I have enough delta V to land on the surface of the moon and to return back to orbit around the moon to refuel that that lander. And I think it would be more efficient to have those smaller fuel tanks. Let me just replace them. Let me just replace the... Oh, dang it. Okay. That's weird. Why are you... Huh? Okay. This was weird. But alright, if I do it like so, then I can add all the other elements again to the lander, a placeholder for all the solar arrays, and of course the fuel lines again. Okay, this thing looks better. It's not so large, and I hope this thing will get the job done. As I said, I need to do some calculations to make sure that it has enough delta V to land on the moon and to return to an orbit around the moon to get refueled. But yeah, I think this could be the right design. So let me call it Mun Base Lander and save it. And the next question is how to get this thing to the moon. I mean, I need to bring it to space at first. So I need a decoupler, and then... Wait, I need a thing. I need another probe core for the upper stage so that I can deorbit the upper stage, and then I like to have my standard space launch system. I like to add it there. Okay, Now we do have the problem that this looks not very good for the flight in the atmosphere, because yeah, all those engines stick out to the side, and I don't think that I have a different option. I think I have to launch this thing as it is, because I need this clearance. I definitely need the clearance so that I'm not damaging the modules. Okay, But yeah, I think this is a good start. This is a good initial design for our lander. As I said, I have to do some additional calculations. I have to think about this design. Maybe I have to change a little bit the design, but yeah, I think this is a good start. And so we have now reached the end of this episode. We have achieved a lot. We checked the second landing site, and we decided that we will stick with the prime landing site. We will land inside this crater with the Apollo 11 lunar landing, and the first module of the Mun base is on its way out to the moon. The Mun surveyor is back in an orbit around the moon and is shortly before flying back to Kerbal. So yeah, it was a successful mission, and of course we designed the initial version of the lander or sky crane, and so I think this was good, and I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode. Until then, my name is Abby. See you!